Welcome to the CentreCourt MBA Festival. We are in London for the day, and of course with CentreCourt the idea is to bring together the world's very best business schools, and it looks like they've got a very busy day with all of the applicants that have showed up. So one of the innovations for this year was to go beyond all of those league tables of business schools and share certain ideas or details about an institution and see if you can guess the school. So many of the business schools, of course, talk about practical learning that you'll then be able to take with you in the next career step. But the school that I'll be introducing in just a few moments takes that to a whole new level. They have over 900 hours of consulting projects to really ensure that that sort of real-time applied learning is embedded in the program. Second one, the breadth of the sort of projects that those would involve. It goes from non-for-profits to global auto car makers, East Coast, West Coast, around the world. They have a range of MBA programs, including executive and part-time MBA programs. The executive MBA has just graduated the captain of one of the Premiership's top teams. Some people would say the top team right now, who wanted to make sure that he had the business skills to go with his very successful career in sport. And finally, as you look to guess the school, the program is truly global, and the full-time MBA program and the executive MBA will include study sessions that will take you to Dubai, Singapore, Tokyo, Hong Kong, Washington DC, and Sao Paulo. So, 4 pieces of information about this global business school. Chris, time to introduce you and find out who we're talking about. So perhaps you could introduce yourself.
Hi, of course. So my name is Chris Healy, and I work for Alliance Manchester Business School in the UK.
Alliance Manchester Business School. We talk about this idea of how you take all of that classroom learning and really use it in sort of a professional context. But where do you find the time to fit in 900 hours of consulting and that applied learning?
So the way that we do that is, of course, in Europe, the majority of MBA programs are 12-month programs. But what we do in Manchester Business School is we've got an 18-month full-time MBA. So by studying that extra 6 months on the MBA, you are exposed to those clients' projects, and we're able to build that into the MBA. Our MBA is not just a classroom-based experience. Of course, we're going to teach students, as all business schools and all MBA programs will teach you the core business disciplines, things such as marketing, economics, strategy, leadership, negotiations. We want to go a step further with what we call our Manchester method, which is a practice-based approach to teaching and learning, meaning that's why we want to integrate those consultancy projects into the program.
Well, I mean, that then creates a lot of ties with the corporates and the NGOs that you're working with. Manchester's at the heart of one of the most dynamic parts of the European economy right now, and sort of northern power. What sort of opportunities can full-time MBA students then look forward to as they graduate with that experience from the program?
That's a very interesting question, because if I go back to when I first started at the business school over 10 years ago, students on our full-time MBA who stayed in the UK after graduation, they'd come to Manchester, have a wonderful experience, but then the MBA level jobs tended to be down in London. That worked for us, it worked for the students, they were happy with the city of Manchester, and they've got their dream job after the MBA. But as you mentioned earlier, because Manchester's been growing so much in the northwest of England as well, we're now seeing more and more opportunities for our students. So we've still got our clients and our corporate recruiters that we work with in London, but what we're able to offer to our students now is more opportunities in Manchester and the northwest for MBA level roles.
Now, we talked about captain of Manchester City, Vincent Company, who's just completed his executive MBA. This is probably a great example of the sort of diversity that you're bringing into the classroom. I mean, here's a world-class athlete, great sports career behind him. What was he looking for in his MBA experience?
So what he was looking for in his MBA experience was very similar to what a number of top global executives are looking for. If you're going to work full time and choose to study an MBA at an elite institution, you know it's going to be hard work. But what is very important is that you look for a flexible program. In his case, of course, if you're playing Champions League games in Milan or in Barcelona on a Tuesday, Wednesday night, you can't always be in class. And the way that we've designed the Manchester Global MBA is it's a 2-year program, but students can take up to 5 years to complete it if they need to. For example, someone could be on the program and 12 months. They'd complete the first 12 months successfully, and perhaps they will have received a promotion, or they will have changed jobs, moved to a new country, and they might decide, actually, I need to concentrate on this new role or in this new company now. And they might decide to take a step back from the MBA, maybe reduce the workload, maybe take a 6-month break. And that's the way that we've built our program. Allows us to offer that flexibility. And when we look at Vincent's example, he's certainly benefited from the flexibility. He's one of many of our students who benefit from that flexibility.
It looks like he's got a long season ahead as they fight for the Premiership and for the Champions League, right? So, well, Chris, thanks very much for sharing some of these details. I guess you'll be joining us for some of those other events later in the year around the world, and connecting with this international audience that Manchester Business School Alliance Manchester attracts. So thanks for being with us.
Cheers. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, everyone.